Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to 52 Topics with Frank Fiorellino. Every Monday night, this is where we will be. Let's say hi to some people real quick. Francisco the Bull Horna, Peter Smith, Iris Joe, Becky Town, Codfather Callie. What's going on, buddy? T Dub in the house. What's going on, man? Scott H, Matt, Lime Sub. Anyone else so far? BP Pop, CJ Lisa Pizziola, Middle Village. I think CJ's going to get an award later. Well, we're going to see what's going to happen with that. APR Rocks, Clayton Upton, PD Cheesecake. Where's Lewis? Lewis is hanging around, I guess.
We can't tell you.
He'll be back. Bushwick, what's going on, buddy? Griffin Street. Who else? Sudes, Joe Root. All right. We're letting some people. We'll let some people in. What's going on, man? Joe Pistorian.
Let's say hi to some people that we don't see yet. What's up, Joe Pistor? Of course, Southie, Jatro. We got who else? The Tasmanian Devil, OC Schwartz. If you're out there, what's going on? What's up, bro? Who else? Matt and Roro. I know I forgot. And of course, Lisa, part of the staff, as you guys know. And Scott H. We got a Scott H there. Go ahead, dude.
Scott H in the house. That is true. Proletarian says Lewis is at the kibbutz. The kibbutz. The kibbutz. Omar, what's going on? Griffin Street says, stop the baloney. I agree, man. There's a lot of baloney going on. We could talk about some of it today if you'd like.
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you either?
And then stop the baloney. Who the fuck in the mob?
I don't know. Who does say stop the baloney? Frank, have you ever heard one of those guys of yours say stop the baloney back in the day?
They had to be like from the 40s era. Don't bring that baloney over here. You know what I mean? Those guys, you know what I'm saying? Egg cream guys, the egg cream lime Ricky guys, the guys at the newsstand.
Yeah. Egg creams are great, by the way. Roro G, the great, the amazing, the wonderful Roro G, back in the house. Chad D, Pasta Vizul. Mr. Pasta sent me a funny email. He was comparing John Candy and Joe Messina.
Yeah. Oh man, talk about.
He had the mugshot, and then it looked like next to him was Candy. I could see it.
Definitely two different people on the spectrum when it comes to like bad and evil. John Candy was a good guy, I hear. Not that I knew him, and Joe not so much.
Enrico Sport, what's going on, my man? What's going on? So before we go forward, it was our buddy Francisco the Bull Hornet's birthday the other day, in case anybody doesn't know that. So we got to give a big happy birthday to Francisco the Bull Horna.
Horny.
Me. So Horna.
So
we have the Horna music video dropping tonight. I guess we can play it now. If you guys want it, this is Francisco the Bull Horna. We want to wish you a happy birthday and remind everybody how Horna
he is
really are over here. Yes, that is Francisco the Bullhorner. It's not, but it is. You can look at his avatar. That's him.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
That's him. Anyway, you can catch him over on Jimmy Easy. I believe he's a moderator over there.
VTF, what's up, man? Joe Root. That's probably something I'd probably hear back in the day at Pallard's, or probably Fabio driving in his car, blasting, kind of like that freestyle shit.
Very typical.
Like
Yeah,
Paul, though.
yeah, that
Paul
song
is
actually
convertible.
slaps. I agree, Michael Lane. It's kind of been in my head a little bit too much before that. Yeah.
My friends had no music taste whatsoever. It was that fucking freestyle shit, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
it
me a
was
favor.
fun.
Do me a favor, T-Dub. I don't know why people know my last name. I never said my last name ever, but don't write my last name in the chat, please. I appreciate that. And you know we do love you, T-Dub.
Yeah. What's up, T-Dub? What's going on, my man?
But other people have said, I don't know. I've never said my last name, but for some reason, everyone knows my last name. I don't know why, but
should be on a soundtrack of Scarface. He's on fire. Remember that one? What's up, Brian?
All good. Dante Jenkins, what's going on, buddy? Anyway, we got some good stuff today. As we said a couple of weeks ago, we're going to dip more into the – appreciate the compliment, though, T-Dub, I must say. But we're going to dip back into the news archives, as we've said. We're going to pull old articles. And this is an interesting one that we're going to start with today. Then Frank's going to talk about some Bushwick stuff. This is one that I came across a while ago. I've always kind of had an interest in it. It's really nowhere to go with it, really. I mean, you can come up with scenarios. But it's an interesting one, and it has a connection to Paddy Mack. Frank, you know who that is? Paddy Mack, Genovese guy.
Vaguely, but yes. He was a captain in the Genovese family.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
That dude you did an interview with that looks like Scott Bernstein's brother. LOL, put your name on that video, bro. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, well, anyway, I took an interest in him.
You almost got me with that one. Go ahead. I'll save it for later. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, he was murdered in 78. I took an interest in him after a little bit more after, like, when I interviewed that guy, Al Nero, who played in all those clubs. You know, he used to be employed by him in a place called the Golden Chariot, which I think was in like Kew Gardens or Rego Park or some shit. And that's basically how he knew him. And basically brutal extortionist. He was extorting a lot of nightclubs. They were really after him back in the 70s. He wasn't, by all accounts, not a nice guy. Classic. When people say, you know, the mob extorts, they do this. It's his pictures in the fucking dictionary.
He's the poster boy for why the mob is
basically the poster boy for it. Killing nightclub owners, extorting diners out in Long Island. He had a refrigerator truck, maybe something like that, out in Jersey. I think it was called Frigidaire. He had like some refrigerator company. Just a bad dude. I was telling you earlier that he had a reputation of being a kind of a loose cannon nut job. I actually saw if you guys look in Funzi Thierry's FBI files, there's like a source in there that's talking about them calling in Paddy Mack, being pissed at him because the Fed showed up to his house and he basically treated him probably in a way that you shouldn't if you don't want people coming back. I guess you're supposed to have some decorum, I suppose, maybe, Frank. But he kind of put himself on the map as a real fucking asshole.
Well, yeah, you know, the Greg Scarpers, the Tony Mears of the world. That if there was an award that you would name, he would have probably had the Greg Scarper Award. I'm not saying that he was a rat, but just the way he comported himself. There's a lot of scumbags in that life. Let's get that shit straight. I've always said it. There's a lot of the good people in that life too. More than bad, in my experience. I think it's the bad that makes the people kind of go shitty on, you know, especially the cooperators. They're always going to talk about the guys who were scumbags out there because they're trying to rationalize, double up, you know, but and it's easy to do. I could do it. I don't do it. There were scumbags out there. I should talk about the good people out there that were good, that's still good, that's still there. But yeah, this guy was a scumbag.
Yeah. So in 78 when he gets killed, a lot of guys are actually getting killed. Let's see what John Miller has to say
Body
about
of
that.
Teamster official Salvador Bergoglio passed through the gates of George Washington Memorial Park in Paramus this morning. Federal officials were trying to sort out the facts surrounding half a dozen similar rub-outs. Leopold Landerhoff, described by police as a figure in the Genovese crime family, found in the trunk of his car at Kennedy Airport yesterday. Pasquale Marcioli, according to local authorities, an associate of Landerhoff's, was found in the trunk of another car on Thursday. Avenue U and East 4th Street, an expensive cigar in a pool of blood marked the spot where America's Scorsese died. Patrick Presenzano, shot 4 times, his throat cut. Presenzano was allegedly connected to reputed mob boss Carmine Galenti. And so it goes. The list of names grows longer, and according to the Intelligence Division of the New York City Police Department, many of those who make good by being bad are nowhere to be seen these days. And when they are, there's lots of company.
Yeah, that's a statement right there. That's a pretty intimate statement when you shoot somebody 4 times and then decide to cut their fucking throat too.
Yeah.
Goes to
So
show
Pasquale Macchiaroli, who you showed in Canarsie over there in Rockaway or Skidmore Avenue over there. That's who we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I asked you before about the guy that you're talking about with the throat slit, which is Patrick Presenzano, which is apparently a Roy DeMeo crew murder. This is who's linked to that homicide. Now he's been reported to be the son of Angelo Mo Presenzano.
Sure.
I haven't gotten
That's
direct confirmation on that, but that's.
Well, I don't know that, but that's a relative of Carmine Galante. He was supposed to be at that triple homicide, but I don't know. His stomach wasn't feeling well. Who knows if that was a tip? Who knows what the fuck it was? In Sammy the Bull terms, he could have been there. Maybe he wasn't.
Maybe he shouldn't have been there. But
yeah.
I bet he dies of like a heart attack a week later or something, right?
That's like 3 weeks later. He croaked.
Right. So that's been reported to be his son. How common of a name is Presenzano? Is that, I mean,
Presenzano. Yeah, it's a Castellanese name.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is a Castellanese. I mean, other parts too, but it's a name heard in my town for sure.
Cool. All right. So you saw Paddy Mac there in the trunk. Obviously, you didn't see him, but he's reported with that whole cast of characters being found there. But today, what we're going to do is actually going to talk about his son.
Yes,
John.
Junior.
Right. Which
Who's
is
not
an
a
event
junior?
that happens the following year. Let's look at some comments and we'll continue. Can you see the comments?
I can.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. History Matter says, I was on Fresh Pond today. The Oasis is now a charter school. Look at that.
When I was there,
let me plug my thing. Go ahead, Frank.
When I was there, it became a CVS or a Walgreens, one or the other. I just don't remember. But that's where that was. Hold on. Hey, what's up, bud? I'm doing my show. All right, bye.
I walk away. He picks up the phone. What a guy.
Well, this is people who know usually. But anyhow,
I forgot to plug my computer, my laptop in. That's the problem.
Yeah, the Oasis Roller World was a CVS when I last lived there. But I was there when it was a roller rink, not a movie theater. I just had moved in there 2 years after they had closed it down. But an Italian family, a connected family, bought it back in the day and turned it into a roller rink. And then an Indian guy bought it, Mr. Mita. When he bought it, the fucking thing went downhill. It became like a breakdancing joint.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me, Michael Blaine, because that fucking guy who has asked me for the same thing 7,000 times in reference to putting him in touch with somebody. Then he finally asked me to come on his show. And I told him right after the fucking show ended, I told the guy, do me a favor. I need you to not please take that down. He goes, oh, no problem. We're going to take care of it right now. A year later, it's still there. I mean, so he can, and he's asked me for things since that. So, I mean, the guy is just fucking toasted, I guess. I really have no idea. So
Gotcha.
whatever. So Paddy is presence on us. No, not grandson. He was old enough to be his son. Probably too old to be his grandson, I would say. Unless he
That
had
was a
kid
buddy
at,
of
like,
mine.
18 or something.
That was just a buddy of mine. He's with Mike Dowd right now. He goes, you want him? I said, yeah, we arrange this stuff, not right now. Of course, we'd like to have Mike Dowd on.
800 joules from Woke Joke. Thank you, Woke Joke. So you want to arrange to have Dowd on?
Why not?
I mean, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm down for it.
It's a show. We're an equal opportunist, you know?
Sure.
Listen, I've been listening to all these fucking content creators that never fucking cracked an egg. Not to go away from our story. And they're just basically, they'll put it. And Mike's got a story. Mike's got a story that, like it or not, is Hollywood-esque. You know what I mean? If you want to make a movie about it. So why not? I'll have them on. But these guys, well, they when you have somebody on your show, they're the first one to tell you, I'll never have that guy on my show. But then the next thing you know, they got some guy Herman on this. Dan Herman, Norman, whatever the fuck it is. So all this bullshit that I'm kind of sick of it, actually.
Craig Kohler says the judge presiding over A-Light's bail hearing was using ridiculously hyperbolic language and referring to the autographed baseball bats as terroristic weapons. Interesting. I didn't see that. It's in reference to the baseball bats? Is that what it said in the thing?
What's that? The judge? Oh, yeah. He's using it as kind of like evidence that his show. Basically, yeah, he hasn't changed his ways because look what he does. He sells baseball bats. That's what they're trying to say.
Right.
It's
Pasta Patate, 200 joules. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. David Morris says, Dowd is a scumbag, worse than the gangsters. I'd spit on that guy if I met him. Dowd will make Lavecchia look like a mute. Jeez.
All right, Frank.
All right, let's get Roro's thing over here. Frank, when you're with your lady being intimate, to stop to get the phone, dude, enough. You're doing a show and don't answer the phone.
You know what? That's from the. Thank you, Ro. You're right, and I apologize to you guys. And Ro, who always makes sense, making sense again, and I apologize.
Hold on, baby. I gotta get the
Boston Smitty.
All right, let's get to the story, though. Let's get back to the Macchiaroli family.
I love this story, and I'm sorry, but let's get back to the.
No. We stop. I'm going to go through the comments to break the show up a little bit. But let's get to the story. So you guys got some of the Patty Mac and all the other stuff. Pasta Vazul, I'll save that question for later. Any questions that come in, I save them. We'll get to them later. So let's go to the following year, 1979. We're going to share the screen. What's first on the menu here? All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. All right, you guys see that? All right, I will zoom in a little bit. Oh, let's go. Mobster's son is shot to death. The 33-year-old son of a slain mobster was shot to death early yesterday, and law enforcement sources theorize it was because he ran afoul of the men they believe ordered his father killed last year. John Macchiaroli of 7703 Elliott Avenue in Middle Village was shot 5 times from behind as he sat chatting with several patrons and a bartender at the Bright Eyes Bar, which he owned at 7123 Elliott Avenue. What does that area say to you? Tell us about the area. 7703
Very good area.
Elliott Avenue.
Very, very good area. Across the street from the church. That area right there is the driven. Now, I wouldn't say it was a Fritzy area. It's where Fritzy resided. That's just a couple of blocks away from where he lived. Santo Giordano, my cousin, lived right around the corner on a dead end. It was even back then it was high middle class. That wasn't the stuff you kind of had happen there. And even Ridgewood back, like where I was living on Fresh Pond Road, which was Upper Ridgewood, wasn't that bad. We had characters living there, and you did have these kind of the only murders you had in my neighborhood at that time, or even Middle Village, mostly were mob murders, organized crime on crime. You didn't have a problem. You could walk on the streets anytime you could. You know what I mean? Exactly, Keith. It's cross from Our Lady of Hope.
Witnesses said a man wearing a face mask entered the bar at 1:30 and fired several shots from a revolver into Macchiarelli's head and upper body. Because some witnesses fled, Officer James Redmond said police are not certain how many patrons were there at the time. The victim's father, Pasquale Macchiarelli of Rego Park and Southold, was killed last year at 56 years old, reputedly after failing to wrest the leadership of the Vito Genovese crime family from an associate, 75-year-old Frank Thierry. Macchiarelli's body was found stuffed in a trunk that was over there in Canarsie. Marco Mucciolo, 61 of Howard Beach, was charged with his murder and is in jail awaiting trial. Now, his son, this Marco guy's son, also gets in trouble. They get acquitted of it. He's charged with like 2 other homicides too, and I'm pretty sure he gets acquitted. Law enforcement sources said at the time of Mucciolo's arrest, the defendant held a grudge against the elder Macchiarelli, dating back to a crippling beating inflicted on Mucciolo's brother a decade ago. See, this guy was beating fucking people all over town in New Jersey, in Long Island, in Queens, killing fucking nightclub owners, fucking diner owners in Long Island, fucking with people in Jersey. This guy was like a fucking nut. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to take over the family, or he thought, something was owed to him bigger or whatever it was.
Or just talk a little too much,
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. A similar motive was ascribed to the murder in May of Long Island Teamsters Union official Bruce Kay. So now they're going to talk about all the murders that we just saw. What's his name? Speaking about John Miller in that news report. So here we are. They're talking about it. Then you got Miller on the news talking about all these fucking homicides going on. But even though this is a year later, they're hearkening back to all of that stuff. But the story gets kind of more interesting, though, right? Right, Frank?
Yeah. There's 2 people involved. One of them actually was talking to the deceased, the kid who got shot in the head 4 times at his own bar. And he was talking to him the night he got killed. 2 days later, that kid, along with another kid, were beaten to death and stabbed right by the freight yards. We call them the freight yards in Middle Village.
All right, so you guys can see this. All right. Hold on a second. So this is like let me see. I'm messing up over here. All right, so this is basically, it's funny back then, the more I read some of the stuff, like everything's connected to Galante, Frank. If there's a drug murder, Galante. If some guy the drugs over here, Galante.
Yeah, they're trying to make they're trying to Scott Bernstein the fucking thing. Whoever the journalists are back then.
Yeah.
Or
the cops. I think it's the cops, to be honest with you.
The word on the street is this is a murder, from a double murder that led to a triple murder. And, he's trying to just fucking confuse people. He's good at it. And another thing, too, I'm surprised Gene even does anything with this guy. Gene actually was in the life. And he gets in there with that fucking Bernstein guy. And he's over there all like, oh, yeah, Peter Gotti. Oh, yeah, which one? The son or the big one with the eye? And shut the fuck up, bro. You're just a fucking idiot. Just stop. And that's it. Let's get back to the story.
I did notice that when he does hang out with like the associates or whatever, like he develops an edge. He develops an edge, like he drops F-bombs and he's like,
yeah. Like they brought the fucking nerdy kid to the bar. You know what I mean? I gotta go. My wife is your wife. No, I was just kidding. I'll stay a little more.
Yeah.
I can't wait till them fucking bikers go in his house and fucking just fucking play volleyball with his head for about fucking 30 hours.
Yeah. All right. So this is interesting too. So they're talking about the Galante stuff, the arrest warrant. They're looking for Baldo and Caesar or whatever. This is all the Galante stuff. But at the end over here, in another development, New York City detectives have tentatively ruled out any connection between the Galante slaying and 2 young men whose bodies were discovered this week in Queens. So they're connecting these 2 young Spanish guys who got fucking, you'll see what happened to them. Somehow Galante might have had something to do with it in the beginning. However, police said the dead men, Kevin Aisa, 25 of 11107 76th Avenue, and Cesar Aruslian, 20 of 11133 Lefferts Boulevard may have been involved in a small drug trafficking operation once run by the late John Macchiaroli, son of Pasquale Macchiaroli, a Genovese crime family captain who was killed last year. Detectives said that the men were beaten to death and had been left on a railroad thoroughfare in Middle Village since about last Saturday. Police said that seconds before John Macchioli was murdered by a masked gunman in Maspeth Bar on July 7th, this is late July, this is about 2 or 3 weeks later, he was chatting with Aissa. Detectives said that Aissa could not identify the gunman. They did not tie him directly to the murder. Then the police say those guys were part of that whole scene, the homicide, the drug trafficking. Now, they would later claim that these guys were also involved in some sort of angel dust operation.
PCP, embalming fluid.
That's
You know
what they
that-
say. It's not actually embalming fluid, but
Well, I'm not an expert on the subject, but a
well,
lot of
neither
people.
am I. But I just know that's like an urban myth.
Yeah. No, it's embalming fluid.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is. They dip it in the fucking embalming fluid and smoke it. Listen, when I was growing up in
It's an
Bushwick,
urban myth. It's an urban myth.
these motherfuckers were jumping off roofs, running around naked. And later on, they told me what it was. It was angel dust.
Your friends are probably the ones that fucking started that. Slain men were known to felons. 2 young slaying victims found earlier this week on a stretch of railroad tracks in Queens had arrest records for minor crimes, but police said yesterday there was no conclusive evidence to link them to slain mob leader Carmine Galante. The victims, Kevin Aissa, said both had been repeatedly bludgeoned with a piece of wood. Jesus. And one of them had been shot. Detectives believe the 2 may have been slain a week ago. Residents reportedly heard gunshots in the area. Other sources said that the 2 had been dealing in angel dust, a drug that comes in powder form, and suggested that the slaying stemmed from a fallout over transactions. The victims had a record of arrest, larceny, whatever. And they're connecting him. Well, he was there talking to, they spoke to this guy right after. He was probably there and saw Macchiaroli get his fucking head blown off. Maybe he was even in on it. Who the hell knows?
All right.
In the end, this is just some good, urban history going on. There's nothing to come of this. Like I said, this is not something where we have an answer for you. Obviously, they put that Mucciolo or whatever guy on trial for the Paddy Mac thing. He was acquitted. The son's murder, as far as I know, and no one's ever paid for that. What about it, Francis?
I don't know. It's just one of them things fucking that used to happen back then. That bodies fucking went a long way. Nobody found out whatever happened to them. Now that's a thing of the past. You kill somebody, you're either on camera or 10 people are fucking telling the cops what happened, to get a good deal. So that's the only thing I could get from that. You know what I mean?
Joey Knish says Peter Savino testified that Sally Dogs was the one who killed Paddy Mac. He heard Andrew DiDonato say he just missed Sally Dogs in prison. He would have interesting. I've seen Andrew DiDonato one, but I can't say that I've listened to a lot of his stuff.
That's somebody we should get on.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Well, remind me.
I mean, I don't think there's anything. I mean, listen, these guys are family guys. Obviously, their families love them, but I don't think there's anything to suggest that he was a good guy. Just saying. But I guess avenging your uncle's death is honorable, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. Scott H says embalming fluid. And by the way, thank you for the donation, Scott H. Embalming fluid is one street name for liquid forms of PCB that dealers dip cigarettes in. But people sometimes use actual embalming fluid for similar whatever. He just got out of the screen. Yeah, that's what I always heard. It was embalming fluid.
Andrew was really good. Yeah. I was talking about Paddy Mac, by the way, not Andrew. Embalming fluid is on the street liquid forms PCB that dealers, but sometimes use actual embalming fluid is one street name for liquid forms of PCB. Yeah, they just call it that. They're not actually using embalming fluid.
Formaldehyde.
He's spoken about it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You see, I'm not up on the Andrew DiDonato stuff. Has he ever done like a real interview, like in a studio or something? Because a couple of times I see him like sitting in the car for those shows, and that's immediately like I don't want to watch that because it's always a shit show when somebody just shows up on it, sitting in their car.
You know what? Just having you.
That's like I hate that stuff, and I've seen that from him. Whatever, it's fine, but He's right. Angel dust is made from a liquid. Oh, that's what they reported back then. I don't know, but it's not. It's not embalming fluid. Question. Let us say no murders ever took place across the board in the Mafia Road. No Scarface, no Simmons, no demand hits all the way down the line. What would the life have been like?
What kind of fucking question is that? I know it's your birthday and shit, but
I don't know.
you gotta put something out there. Or they're not gonna be. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it would just be stupid. I mean, it would be even.
What are you gonna do? Kill me? Ah!
Yeah, Fred. Horna. I don't think anything would ever get accomplished.
Be a bunch of fucking old people at the Kiwanis Club.
I mean, it would just be like.
Someone's got to deter people from being assholes. That's what it is. Put them to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's too many personalities. There's too many like schemes.
Chase the diamond on the right, exactly. You got to deter people.
Yeah, there's no mafia without it. I mean, I guess. Unpack. Tom LaVecchia. Unpack.
Well, content creators that fucking test people out. Mafia's not what it used to be.
Unpack. Say goodbye to the Vig. Yeah, there you go. Unpacker's here. Did you say hi to the Unpacker?
Oh, what's up, Tommy boy? What's going on?
Proletarian wants him to come on. Tonight we're going to unpack. Jason.
Bro, stop.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that's a cool one. Not cool one. So that's like an interesting little story there. The guy gets whacked.
I liked it a lot.
The next year his son gets whacked, and in the end, all tragic, especially for the families. But hey, listen, what are you gonna do? You reap what you sow.
That was a period in my life, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11, where we moved into Ridgewood and Middle Village had the parks, and it was all this like wonderful big old bubble of nice fucking stuff. I told you when we moved from Bushwick to Ridgewood, for me anyway, it was like it went from black and white to color, but there was times where things got real, like, and the Licata hit was one for me, and all of a sudden it seemed like it's the calm before the storm, or everything is like good on the outside, but in the inside there's the belly of the beast. Even in Ridgewood, at places like Middle Village, yeah, mobsters lived there, but again, they were gangsters. They were trying to raise their kids the right way, but there was a large presence. You just had to know who they were. You know what I mean? The Catalanos lived there. My uncle lived in Middle Village. So many people, Fritzy, you name it. Especially if they're on the Maspeth Middle Village border.
Yeah.
Messino, his people. It was a lot of people.
Can you get into the story of Mac not wanting to give back power of the family? No, I think the whole idea is that he wanted more power, so to speak. I don't know if he had any power to give back. He was a capo. I mean, he made a lot of fucking money. He was into a lot of stuff. But I don't know.
He probably said something that fucking got to people's ears, probably revenge for his dad. Gangsters are paranoid, especially when they're killing people. And all they need is somebody to say something like, that kid was talking about, he thinks he knows who fucking knocked off his dad. And that's all it takes.
Yeah, I don't think they liked. I could only imagine that they didn't like what he was doing. I mean, like I said, I saw that one source in the Funzi Thierry files that they were mad about how he acted when the Fed showed up. He got in trouble in the early 70s with the Queens nightclubs. No doubt was involved in the murder of a nightclub owner, Conrad Greaves. Then he was in trouble for fucking extorting diners out on Long Island. That became a big thing. They were fucking scared to death of him out there. So, I mean, it's not exactly good press. I mean, to be that type of guy. I mean, I'm not surprised. But, I mean, whatever. I don't know. So, Who knows, Francis?
Joe started a comment to the French. Yeah, I believe so. We had Red live there. The guy Red, a friend of my uncle's, tough guy. I think he was Irish. Who else lived there? Dwayne Goldie lived around there as well. I think he still does, to believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't think Conrad was talking to the feds. I think Conrad was talking to the NYPD. was talking to the district attorneys, probably talking to Anthony Lombardino, but I don't think he was talking to the feds.
Yeah, that being a cooperator back then wasn't an everyday thing. Believe me, Jimmy easy to hit man with no bodies. I'm tired of listening to that. JJ, are you guys either? I'm tired of listening to that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fonzie sealed his fate. Yeah, I would say so. Joey Kadesh, I would say so. Are you going to cover the Italian ice cartel of Minnesota? Yeah, if Fish shows up, we will. We'll talk about red dyes. Tommy DeLeo, yeah, there you go. That was his nephew.
The Fish father's here. Don't be talking about Fish and then think he's not going to appear Lavecchia, because he's here in the flesh. See my man Fish?
Gaslight Studios rebooted. Quote of the day. Okay. So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia, time to break out your camel. Jeremy Clarkson on potential hydrogen storage. Top Gear season 10. Thank you, Gaslight. Thank you. I don't know what's going on there, but thank you. Okay. Listen, I don't know if you guys seen Bernstein live yesterday. How fucking bad was he going in on Merlino's wife? Wow, man. Trash. He talked very foul about his wife. Did you hear that garbage yesterday?
Bernstein did that?
Yeah, I think me and Francis were kind of talking about it yesterday. It's a weird scene. I don't know. It's one of those can't look away. I mean, even though Frank does not like Bernstein, it's just, you just have to check in on it. You know what I'm saying?
These zips, they're called zips.
No, it's gotten to the point where, he's lost his word. He nobody takes him seriously no more. And so he's trying to do the mob 2 thing. That's what he's down to. You believe that? And he thinks he's going to get views by becoming the Jerry Springer of this genre. And that's what he's going for right now. He's a sad individual. Very sad, very sad. Sound like Trump, don't I?
Very sad, very sad. Yeah, so I did catch some of the wife stuff, which obviously I would never.
Why would you talk about somebody's fucking wife?
I'm not interested in talking about people's wives. I'm not interested in doing that. And then he's sitting there saying, "Oh, it's obviously Johnny Gonks was killed because he was fucking his wife. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
Really?
Everybody knows he was killed by banging Joey Molino's wife. Everybody knows
That's the type of shit you take her right up to Michigan and you beat him up for about fucking 30 minutes straight. And he'd probably like that. He'd like that. Oh, Joey came over here just to slap the shit out of me. I got to say, at first I was a little scared, but then it became a little bit more, I don't know, to put it in. I reminded like the guy that Sonny Corleone beat up I think his name was Carlo. I was Carlo.
Yeah.
He needs a Carlo beating. No,
he says that Johnny Gonks, whatever, was he grabbed her crotch, and that's what happened. And they were like, yeah, that's a violation. You didn't do that. But he's like, but you got to understand, they dated years back. I was like, what gives a fuck? She's married to someone else. But you got to understand, they dated at one time. They were a couple. They were an item at one time.
Scumbags do that. Joe Messino did the same thing.
Crotch rights for life, Joe
Messino did the same thing. He was grooming fucking Shellac to be his underboss, because he was fucking taking money from him inside out. He even did the dog and pony show with his his son over there that shouldn't have been in the life. And they made him. They were all at the house and everything. They're probably laughing after, hey, that kid doesn't have it. Fuck it. His dad got money, whatever. Anyhow, he was talking about Shellac after he flipped. Oh, yeah, his wife was a cunt. Forget about it. Oh, yeah. What was the name? Loretta or something. I seen Elmo one time grab her by the fucking snatch at a wedding. I was like, Elmo, come on. This right. I'm there like this, bro. Was it just your guy? And now all of a sudden, because he ratted, people were grabbing his wife by the fucking underneath the dress at a wedding. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, this is what you get. You get it? Don't be a gangster, because if you flip, they're going to talk bad about you.
Rap snitch canisius. Yeah, that is very true. Very true. The Bernstein Live was chaos. Did Lewis go on Jimmy's show? Yes, Lewis did go on Jimmy's show. Yes, they are transporting contraband in the red dye. Yes, they are. That's what RFK Jr. said. RFK Jr.? Yeah, that's what he said. They're transporting contraband in the red dye 3. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that, Joe.
Did you hear James today? I was looking at James. He had like this whole.
That one I don't watch. I'll admit. I'm not trying to be contrarian, but that's the one I don't watch. But I'd like to hear what happened.
Like an editorial. Well, today I just talk the truth, people. I just talk the truth. You know, you can say whatever you want, but I'm the most honest guy. You're honest, but you lie to yourself, James, because if you look at a fucking door and you say that door is fucking red and you want to paint it black, but you didn't have it yet, and you start thinking it's black, not to take away from the Rolling Stones, you're lying to us and you're lying to yourself, and that's what you're doing with those 302s. So you're credible, but your credibility went down a little bit, and I take offense to that because I'm honest. I want to answer something, I don't answer. If I think it's fucking going to be something that's going to be part of the show for three fucking weeks, I just don't answer it. But I'm not going to lie about it. When people ask me, well, what do you think of Johnny Haley? Does he stretch this truth or whatever? You know what I say? I don't know. I wasn't there. But you pick and choose who you want to fucking defend. And when you're defending people who lie, you become a liar. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I get it. I don't have context for his show, but I get what you.
But he's trying to say that
I don't like. I will say I don't like when people say how honest they are. It's like, why do you got to say it? You don't have to say it.
Or
if he in fact said that. I mean, I don't know.
Well, the other thing, that they're best at what they do. The two Jeffs do that. I'm the best. No, I'm the best. Well, you don't know nobody. I was in the life because I was in a couple of times in court when Joe Molino was going to court. The other one goes, well, you don't know nothing. If you keep fucking tooting your horn, which one of you guys have a show on fucking regular TV on prime time? None of you. So are you good at what you do? Listen, you're better than I am, all right? As far as, hold on, storytelling, not talking about stuff that's in the life. Do I think people talk to people that are in the life today? No, fucking absolutely not. No, not you guys anyway. Do I believe Jeff Loman goes to fucking Philadelphia and sit down with his fucking friends over there and they invite him in? No. Do I think the other Jeff might believe people call him up and talk to him, but that could be anybody. Unless you see him face to face, that don't mean shit to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that stuff. People say I'm the best on this. I don't like people talk about them. So I get what you're saying. I mean, that's a turn off for me, regardless of who it is. I mean, what is the best? What is the best? Like, I mean,
but
music. Look at music today. What's the number one song? It was probably written by 7 fucking motherfuckers.
Right.
It's got auto-tune and it might even have an AI in it. And you needed 7 songwriters to make it. So is that the best? I don't know. It's number one. But is that the best?
Do you guys understand what would happen?
Know.
When I was on the street, what would happen if we found out somebody was talking to one of the people on YouTube? I mean, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Just because they don't come after you and break your ass because you live far away and they got to pay a couple of tolls and everything, doesn't mean they can't grab that guy in a fucking garage one day and just fucking do a number on him. So just remember that. Remember what I got to say. Nobody's going to risk talking to anybody on here on YouTube. And that goes for you too, Bernstein, you bullshit. He has 5 people he talks to. Just bullshit.
Trim Master, Brett, do Tommy Karate impressive him talking.
Throw away the key.
Like I said. Now, like I said.
I don't know.
Philip Carlo.
I like Scott's contact to be.
Like I said.
The Cantarellas wanted $3,000 for an interview. Wow.
Make an offer. Make an offer. Make an offer. I told him, make an offer.
How much did you pay Jimmy Easy, Tom? Tom, give me a thumbs up if you, in fact, paid Jimmy Easy.
$20 in a hand job.
Or don't. Or just say nothing, because you don't have to. RFK Jr., come on, son.
Hey, listen, people pay people to
talk about RFK.
What about RFK Jr.? Most likely soon going to bring Frank on. Yeah, we're supposed to go on Thomas's Tommaso.
We're not gonna
Brad
talk about
needs
when we
coffee.
get there, but we're getting there.
I need coffee. I drink too much coffee. I just downed the coffee. Tom, let me know if you had to make an offer.
$20, $20 in a
Thumbs
hand
up
job.
if you had to make an offer. Because he wouldn't go on Gunsmoke show. He said, make an offer. Make an offer. Make an offer.
He had a fucking dead horse.
I like Scott's content, to be honest. I mean, it's not all bad. Nobody's all bad. Some of his stuff is good. You just have to put it to I usually put it to 1.15 to 1.20 speed. 1.25 is a little too fast. 1.15 to 20 is a good, you got to put that speed up a little bit. It's a little too slow.
Now, like I said,
I did pay Jimmy Easy. I wanted to chat with him. Okay, so you did pay him. All right, good. There's nothing wrong with paying people, by the way. I'm just asking.
There ain't. I mean, if you have a show, listen, there's certain people that you could have. If you could have a top name a celebrity come on your show, you're gonna pay him. We'd pay him.
Let me fix that. Tom said I didn't pay Jimmy. Okay.
I did.
I said I thought he said he did. Yo, Brett, did you see Tommy Karada's video today about Mikey Scars? So,
like I said,
Philip Kahlo never got in his wheelchair. No, I gotta watch it. Jimmy Easy should pay. Yeah, he fucking. I don't know. He asked Gunsmoke to pay him. I have no idea. I'm interested in the Cav crew in Brooklyn, Queens. Not talked about enough in Harvard too. Yeah, good point. He talks fast but communicates slow.
I don't think I ever met at the Cavalcante, whatever the fuck it is, or how you say it.
Where's Pete the Pick? I really like him. He's a bitch. Oh, he's a bitch.
He's a bitch. I don't get that.
Oh, he's a bitch. I don't know about that.
I love him a lot. He's a whore. I love them tits.
What's up, Jet? How are you? I'm poor, so I can't even pay attention. That's good. Can't afford it.
Jimmy was
broke. I can't pay attention. Okay. All right. Let's
now, like I said.
So what's next?
Talk about Bushwick.
191 people, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
Hello. Talk about Bushwick back in the day. And
hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Not to cut you off. I got to shout out Sean. Sorry, buddy, if I missed you. He says best show in the Jandra, $9.99. Thank you for the $9.99, buddy. I like how everybody spells the Jandra a different way.
I like it.
Everyone has their own way of spelling the Jandra. We want to give a big shout out to Peter for becoming a member. That means a lot, buddy, that you became a member on your own. Nobody gifted it to you. That's awesome. And we got another one, Boston Smitty. That means a lot, buddy, that you became a member. I was thinking about gifting one today. Maybe we'll gift one, and maybe Francisco the Bull Horner will get it.
You know how to do that?
I just got to go with my phone on Crime Spot and just gift from the thing.
Oh, okay. I'll go
Wouldn't
ahead.
it be cool to say that you dated Tommy Karate?
You know how cool that is? Come on, that's cool. That's the queen of cool. Do you know?
That is cool, Scott H. That is cool. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's hit it.
Yeah, so we're talking about Bushwick and how it was like when I was there, and basically Bushwick was Brooklyn's heroin capital, maybe still is. Not when I was there. When I was there, it was transforming. We got there in 1972 in July. I was a baby. I don't know. That's what I was told. What's up, Jimmy Calandra? What's going on? Welcome to
Jimmy Calandra in the house. What's going on, man?
And basically, it was very Sicilian. It was the equivalent to Bensonhurst 18th Avenue. You had the coffee shops there. Everybody, you had the bakeries people went to. You had the butcher shops, the pizza places, everything, and even the cafe. What would these places smell like? I still have that smell in my in my mind. Coffee being grinded in the machine. A lot of smoke. Everybody smoked inside back in the day, and Pinot Silvestri cologne. Do you know what Pinot Silvestri cologne is?
Only from you, I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it one.
I had never heard of it.
Right. It's strong. I wouldn't wear it, but I seen it. And you know what? We should give one away to one of our one of our people. But my uncle Cheech used to wear so much fucking Pinot Silvestre. It was incredible. Chico's on Hart Street. Anybody remember that? They've been there since 1945. Best cannolis, very good. The guy who ran the place, he was a pretty square. He didn't get involved. He was in the neighborhood, but he didn't get involved with the mobsters. And you kind of had the feeling he didn't want nothing to do with them either. But they had to live with each other. So he went with the flow. But then you have bakeries that were run by mob guys. So you had Ragusa's, which was Paulie's dad, which was Filippo, Uncle Phil. He had a place on Wyckoff, I believe. One of the best bread. Ragusa's bread was very, very good. It was a smaller place. It wasn't as big as Grimaldi's. Grimaldi started as a small place too. But there we go. And his place, he was such a hard worker. This man, let me tell you something. Good at what he did. He was a good baker. He would go blow $200,000 in a baccarat game, go to work, make bread, 12 hours, go back out, sleep for about 3 hours. No drugs. This is adrenaline. Very, very hyper man. And that's just the way he was. But he made some of the best bread in town. We have Monreale who's still around. Check him out in Glendale. Carmelo owns the place. Very good bread. Russo's bread. I said Grimaldi, but this is a smaller place. They're good. And Catania also a good place too. If you're into that kind of thing. But this is what and then Catalano, Sal Catalano, we talk about. One of his first legitimate joints wasn't a bakery. He also owned a bakery, but was a Italian import-export stuff. They had like those tassels, with red, white, and green, or the horns that you put in your Cadillac.
Like the car thing you put, you hang them.
Yeah. You know, of course, Pinot Silvestre probably bought it by the crate loads. Real zippish. You know, this is the zip.
How about
man.
shoes? Were they importing like little slippers and like fucking
the Dr. Scholl's? Dr. Scholl, everybody wears them in Sicily. The wooden ones.
Is that right?
I don't know. I think because they have a lot of longevity in them, but they're so fucking uncomfortable. I think I tried it to walk with them for about a week. Wasn't working when I was there. You know, everybody was doing it. I didn't want to stick out. But the other thing was the records too. Like there's music from Italy that would come in and people would wait, the 45s and all that good stuff. They would, you know, the music would be blaring, the Italian music. Even the feast we used to have. Every town has its own patron saint, and they used to have, you know, like Santa Rosalia is from Palermo, Saint Rosalie. We had one too. I think it was on Hart Street, but I can't remember. Anyhow, there was bands. There was, you know, the Guinea bands. I could say that, like, if a black person can say the N word, I could say the G word. Yeah, they had a lot of those. And, you know, the wedding bands, they were fun. It was a good time. I used to blast Gloria on my whip. Gloria was a popular song. It's actually an Italian song, you know, remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, by an artist named Umberto Tozzi. That was his song first.
Yeah, I never like you said the G word, and I always associated with I guess because like the American Italian, I always kind of like had that word for them, I think. But I didn't really had anything. I mean, obviously there was Italian kids that were not born here, a lot of them where I grew up, but they were not they didn't have that same American Italian thing going on, which you've spoken about a bunch of times. It was totally different. Totally different.
Yeah.
They were more like
these zips. They're called zips. Zips.
Oh, I can't stand this fucking guy. What's up, Charles? Yeah, we have fruit markets too. You know, the fruit shops. We had Frankie Busy Corner on Emerald and Knickerbocker. That's Frank Radice's dad.
Is that right? Yeah.
The Gambino family. He was right there. I was on Emerald. Next door was my favorite pizza shop. Wasn't even Italian. They were Cubans. Nick's Pizza, right there on Knickerbocker, right between Stanhope and Emerald. So it was a fun time. And then the blackouts happened and everything went down fucking hill, you know. But it was a good time, and people stayed. Joe and Mary's, they stayed. The Toronto family. Matter of fact, you know,
How long after that murder were they still there? Long time?
they got killed. How were they gonna be there? Well, fuck it. Will they walk around weekend at Bernie's?
Well, Mary, whoever the fuck
Mary.
Mary is.
She was, you know, Sicilian
I'm
women.
saying, was the establishment there or was it just gone?
Oh, it was gone. They didn't want to know. You fucking triple homicide happened.
I don't know. Sometimes they keep. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Okay, rarely. Even when the Licata place got fucking, they killed both brothers. It was never a coffee shop again. But that was the idea, though. They didn't like them being there.
Take that fucking name down.
They took eviction all to another fucking level.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally evicted. Yeah. Even shot the sausage guy behind the
Oh no, that was the sausage.
Even
Yeah,
shot the
Jerry.
sausage boy.
Shh.
I'm sorry, the sausage boy was at Licata's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the sausage. No, the other guy that got shot, the mistake. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there because it's an open case. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Somebody with a bad eyesight, I guess, because they shot the one guy's kid, the gay bartender.
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes.
Spaghetti with walnut sauce is a popular dish in my northern Italian half of the family made frequently. Also, Al Capone's favorite dish, popular in Liguria. Are you a pasta and walnuts kind of guy, Frank?
No.
Keep your walnuts separate.
No. Yeah, even breadcrumbs, fucking carb on a carb. What the fuck is that? You know, when they put the alla norma, you know, the pasta alla norma with the sardine and the breadcrumbs. It depends. If the breadcrumbs are fucking roasted and flavored like I do, I could go for it sometimes. How many meats do you use for your meats?
Was it?
Tom goes, how many meats do you use for your meatballs?
Oh, like veal, pork, beef, or beef.
I'm good at that. I was about to say Sicilian. I'm still listening. Yeah, of course, anchovies. I like anchovies, but they're bad. I get the gout sometimes, and it's hell.
Joe Causey, Brooklyn's own Joe Causey.
Yeah, WKTU.
Brooklyn's
How about Mr.
own
Magic? You remember him?
Causey. Mr. Magic?
WBLS. Yeah, on WBLS.
No, I don't know, Mr. Magic. Probably before me. Gaslight Studios with another quote of the day. What do we got here? Oh, please. Well, he's managed to cover 90% of his head with 30% of his hair. Christopher Hitchens, when asked to describe Donald Trump in a single sentence, C-SPAN, 14th of January, the year 2000. There you go. Thank you. How many meats do you use? Oh, no, that was a Tom question.
I was listening to some of I was reading some of Middle Village's questions or whatever statement. He grew up in that area where those guys got shot. He knew a lot of that. You know, with the bar owner.
Yep.
Yeah. He grew up in that area. He remembers well. You know what I mean?
You guys even have Induja. I've never tried it, Tom. I know where I can get it. I know what it is.
I'm more of the Colombian pepper guy. I got
the Calabrian thing, right? It's like the little spicy, sausagey spread type fucking thing.
You put it on your Vegemite sandwich.
I think you can get it over there at the pork store on Arthur Avenue. I think they definitely have it. The one that you go in there and it smells like fucking socks. I don't care. A room full of fucking drying sausages from the ceiling. It smells like socks, bro. It's great. I like it, but it smells like a fucking gym sock in there.
You gotta go to one of those high-end cheese
gonna change
places.
my fucking mind. And it's only because there's so fucking many of them hanging from the ceiling on that place.
Hey, you gotta go to one of those.
The pork store over there. What is it? It's called Calabrian Pork Store?
The Calabrian. You gotta go to one of those high-end cheese places. Blow some wind. And you see
that I like. Smells like fucking gorgonzola.
And then you see some uppity people like, oh, that smells different.
Yeah. Ooh, nutty.
Nutty. What's that?
Yeah,
it just tastes dinner, you fucking idiot.
No, but like I said, it's good. What is this more Tommy Karate stuff? Jason Diamond. If Tommy Karate had half a brain, he wouldn't be doing those phone calls with his daughter.
Like I said.
Nobody said he was a brain surgeon.
he seems to be very obsessed with Murder Inc. Though I did notice that he really loves his Murder Inc. history, which is a way for him to tell you how things go down with completely removing himself and all his friends. Like, let me talk. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about a different era and tell you how the guys from that era did it, right? Because they're all long, whatever. Interesting way of going about it. Interesting way. But he did admit on his last podcast. Actually, that is the one I listened to. If you were talking to me earlier about the one he came out with, somebody mentioned it. What was it in reference to? Oh, it was with Mikey Scars on the cover. He did say he took the oath. He admitted it, which I don't know if he knows he just admitted that. He said he took the oath.
Yeah, he's been in there a long time, bro, and it's just to him. I think.
No, yeah, I don't. You know, it is what it is. But he did say that. I mean, I didn't say it. He said it. So.
Yeah. I get it.
Made a nice Sunday sauce. Brought you old pork chops, hot sausages, and meatballs. Very good, Tom. Sounds
nice.
delicious.
Proud of you.
Sounds delicious, Thomas. Tommaso. I like the hot sausage too. I prefer the hot. Definitely prefer the hot. Tommy's doing to get his daughter. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's definitely a moneymaker. At least, like I saw, they were getting a lot of cash apps. But after a while, that'll dry up. I mean, unless you do like a Patreon or something. You know?
Yeah, they say Panaguame was a panapanal. Yeah, that's a street food from Palermo. Chickpea fritters. You ever had them?
Yeah, they sell it at the place by me, actually.
They're good. When they're fresh out of it, they're soggy and they leave them there. Go fucking, they're good for nothing, like anything else.
You see that? Tom said he's going to make a freaking Sunday sauce when you come in.
All right. Good to know. All right, cool.
Here we go, Thomas. Look at that. Hot sausage all the way. Yeah, definitely prefer the hot. I mean, I'll eat the sweet, but definitely hot. He's got a life sentence without possibility. Might as well do the. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna like oppose it. I mean, it's whatever. I'm gonna listen. If he makes them, I'll listen to him. I mean, that's how I always say it. If he's making, I'm listening. Always lit 26. I remember being a little kid and my grandma taking me into the pork stores or the delusion. The smell is the thing that punches you in the face. Yeah, if you got enough of them fucking things hanging from the wall, it's a different kind of thing. Some people are not from this state. Some people are actually not from this country. So I'm going to pull up the photo of that store on Arthur Avenue so you guys can get an
idea
vibe of it. So you guys can get a real vibe. Calabria pork. So they have good fresh mozzarella there too. Good cheeses there too. Pretty much everything there is fucking great. I mean, I'm not like the biggest. I mean, dried sausage. I mean, I do eat it, but it's got like certain ones I won't. Eat. Like if it tastes like too like whatever the gamey version of the pork is, if it tastes too like swiney, I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, I'll fucking throw up.
Yeah. I went to this place in St. Pete, Tampa area, and it was one of the biggest fucking Italian that the Cinquecento, the 500 Fiat outside. And it was one of the biggest import-export places I ever went to. Really fucking, they had everything in there. I was like, how many fucking Italians around here? You know what I mean?
Where was this again?
Around Tampa, St. Pete's area.
Okay.
It was a big, I forgot the fucking name, but it was really good. I liked it. It had everything in it. I'm talking about, you name it. People go, oh, they don't have this around here. And they had it all.
All right, guys. So if you guys can get an idea, this is the exact store we're speaking about here. So there you go, Calabria Pork Store. If you guys can see that, you probably can't because I'm a moron.
Look at that store.
You guys can see it. There's a good video right there. Look at that. Look at that photo.
That's money, right? That's gold.
Look at that photo. What website are they bringing me to here? You know what? Forget it. But you guys can look it up. Calabrian Pork Store. Or as some people in the genre might say, Calabrian.
The Calabrians.
I know you like
the Calabrians.
Oh, I had a Calabrian pepper.
The mother Cabrini.
Look at Lisa. Lisa's keeping it authentic and old school. She has some babalouche. You know what it is? Anybody knows what that is? Let me
Can't
know.
say I do off the top of my head. I can't say I know what that is.
It's not a Desi Arnaz song. Babalu. No, it's not that. But definitely something. Who knows it? Who knows
Crab
what
sauce
Babalu
too.
is?
Ooh.
I prefer the land ones, but I like the sea ones as well.
Yeah, Pete knows what I mean with the gamey pork taste. Yeah, I get it. I mean, there's some of them I won't. Even from like sopressata to sopressata or hot dry to every place, it's gonna taste different. Like they all fucking taste different to me. Like every deli, every Italian deli, they all have like a different tasting. Some of them are like more pungent to me than others, and some of them are more like middle ground. So yeah, I definitely have places that I go to get this shit, and places that I won't go because it's too pungent. The Tommy
Yeah,
Karate
you-
stuff is great. Like if you listen to what he says about Frank Joya and then listen to what Frank Joya says about him, they mesh. He pretty much did confirm Frankie Joya's stuff. Yeah. Aside from him being
A rat stole pitching canary.
everything else is good about him. So that's I guess speaks to Joya. I guess he's not, and I don't take Joya for a bullshit artist as far as him talking. Go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Snails. They're snails. That's what they are. The Babaluja are snails. Somebody asked me.
Okay. Lisa sent me the photo. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put it in front so you guys can see that right there.
Yeah,
With the
yummy.
snails. Oofa. I don't know if I can do that one.
Yes.
Bitter.
What are you on? Fear Factor? Do it. You can do
Ah.
it. Anyway.
No, I
You
know
know,
it's not as bad as it probably
It's an
is.
acquired fucking taste like anything else. When you start doing it at a young age, you kind of grow into it, you know? But
Of
that's
course.
what a hard pass. I love
course.
escargot. Yum. Joe
Escargot,
Pascal.
yeah.
Yes.
Escargot.
Nasty, yeah.
What does it taste like? Yeah, what does that taste like? Lisa, you can
It's
tell me.
it's
Or
hard to
Frank.
explain. You know, with the sauce and everything, it's hard to explain.
Well, Tom says we're getting crab sauce too, by the way. Just so you know.
I definitely chew my escargot. I get the taste out of it. I get everything.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, what does this remind me of? If I had to compare it to something, I don't know.
They are similar to slugs for sure.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies looking at that.
Nothing is
I don't mean to like fucking even.
Well,
Not make it fun. Everybody eats all types of shit, but
yeah. Snails taste like rubber. Oh,
Blah.
they can. If it's not done right. I like the ones in black bean sauce, the Chinese ones too.
I do like the black bean sauce, but I don't want snails in it.
My brother used to take us and the girls there because my friends and the girls, and of course he took us because the girls were with us. I'm talking about Rice Ball. So we used to go to Chinatown, a place named Monbo.
What is it called?
Mazzaro's. There you go. Steve got it. Yep, Mazzaro's is the place.
Arrows.
I was there maybe 2 weeks ago.
Babaluch is a nickname I call my middle son every now and then. He takes his time with everything. That's funny. Frank or Brett, what are your thoughts on why Tommy doesn't have a problem with John Judith? Is that specifically stated that he doesn't have a problem with John Judith?
Because his dumb sister's giving him a fucking platform. That's why.
Oh, yeah. She was on Angel's show. Yeah. Okay.
That's a gratification. Look, 100 people could say he's a rat, and tomorrow, if a fucking guy that's been in jail for 40 years could come around and go, "Oh, I don't have a problem with that. I told you, bingo, here it is." I'm just so sick of that woman. She's the reason her brother has all the problems. She's just aggravating, and I don't want to talk about her and make it another fucking, because that's what she likes. Believe it or not, she'll be like, "I wonder why everybody talks about me," because nobody used to talk about you. You lived in an attic when your father was around. You weren't allowed to come out. I hate to make the example. You were like Anne Frank. But God bless Anne Frank. But that's what I'm trying to fucking get to. So don't come around with all that bullshit. You don't know why everybody talks about me, and because nobody ever did. So you want to annoy them. You know, it's like all news is good news. You know, when you're in this kind of business, same shit. I'm done.
No, you might have a point. I mean, like everybody knows, his daughter was on her show, so I mean, it makes a little bit of a sense. Always Lit says, Brett, let me get it. CJ!
And I don't have a problem with John Jr. I don't have a problem with John Jr. I mean, aside that he was arrogant prick when he was younger, but we all had our fucking flaws. I certainly did too. I didn't have a problem. I have a problem with his sister that's so fucking annoying, just a big mouth fucking no good piece of shit. And that's why I don't like John. That's why I like I like when people expose him these days. Not because of him, because of you.
Fish says,
Come on, Frank. Be a man. Leave Angel alone. She's a woman, cuz.
Women, yeah, but then you got to do women things, though. You can't be coming on here and talking fucking the way you do, or fucking no. Nope. And I have
Tobias Funk, that's funny, but I'm not going to read that comment. Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
What he said? What happened?
Nah, nothing. Under said, let Tommy's contemporaries tell me so. Yeah, people, I was on Gunsmokes. They were asking me if I think I don't know. It's not for me to decide. He puts the videos out. I listen to them. I'm not interested in having a debate on whether he's a right. It's the last thing. I really don't care. Really
me either.
The guy's in jail for 6 murders, cutting a woman's head off.
Is he a rat? No.
He's accused in 9 homicides, and I'm more concerned about that than if he's a rat. I mean, honestly,
is he a woman killer? Is he all that shit? Yeah, but is he a rat? No.
With that, yeah, that's more interesting to me.
Then you have this fucking piece of garbage. One more thing, and I'm just gonna leave it at this because you got underneath me, right? We're talking about who gives this guy a platform. She's all about victim impact, and again, poor Kaiser, Alan Kaiser, God rest his soul. An innocent young boy, 16-year-old boy that was murdered by a fucking animal. Okay, all to it. But her being the fucking voice for Alan Kaiser, just because the guy who killed Alan Kaiser, the animal, put her father away, doesn't do it for me. That's ulterior motive. You understand what I'm saying?
That's not a gun. I'm just happy to see it.
That just calmed me down.
Now, like I said.
All right.
I get what you're saying. I mean, listen, we're all guilty of being hypocrites, I guess. I know that's a lame thing to say. But yeah, I mean, an advocate for that. There's a handful of children with no dads walking around. That's all I could say. Due to, what do you think? I'm sure you can.
Always says, yeah, Frank, the Alan Kaiser thing. If Sammy stayed stand up, she'd definitely have his back on. She'd be getting dick pics from him in jail if he was stand up. All right. How about that?
Oh my God, the Alan thing.
Oh, you're so innocent. They lied on you. Why are you in jail?
Man, I was trying to reload with that clip. Come on, let's reload. Right? Let's reload.
How many people we got on? Probably none now.
195.
Whoa.
Hey, thank you. We had over 200 before. That was
you ready to rock and roll?
Ready to fucking rock and roll. That was nice. By the way, we got trivia tonight. We have Crom Bomb of the Week 2. That's going to be a big one. I think I know who's going to win that one. We got a little sample of what's to come on that. Yeah, Frank, she'd be getting all right. All right, guys, let's reload.
Let's go back because Brett doesn't like this shit, and I don't blame him. It's not the stuff we do here on 52.
I don't want making jokes, but I just don't want to. I don't want to go on too long about people because it's just like.
The other thing is
we make fun of people all the time. Like, I don't care about that.
Ronnie G getting locked up.
All right, yeah, let's talk about that, but let's go to Tobias Funk, my man in Trudeau land. Sorry, I know he's not the guy anymore. Tobias Funk, can we get a John Gotti was not gay to calm things down? You know what? You're right. We could definitely.
John Gotti was not gay.
All right, are we reloaded now? Is everything all right? Can we move on?
I'm good.
Can we move on?
I'm good.
All right, thank you. Ronnie Gialonzo got picked up, didn't he?
Ronnie Gialonzo got picked up. So this is it. So Ronnie, compassionate release, I believe. Listen, this is courtesy of Eric. I want to give props to where props to do. Eric knows the system pretty well. He's been in it longer than I have anyway. So this is Eric. What's his last name? Force.
Eric Foss.
Eric Force. So Eric Force, which, you know, he does the goofy shit, and that's what I like about it. I go over there and enjoy his content. But one thing about Eric, he knows his stuff. And when he talks about jail and why the guy got basically violated, he was violated basically by the BOP. So
Okay.
he wasn't on parole. What he was, they let him go, the BOP, on grounds of a compassionate release. So in other words, even though he's not in jail, he's actually in jail. So he's got to live by the rules of being in jail. So whatever he did, he violated the same rules. He would have probably been put in a hole or something like that for whatever is happening by the BOP. I don't know what it is. I just hope he gets it over with quick, because nobody wants to see anybody in jail. And you know, once you're out, you're out. You're gonna be petty about the small stuff because you don't like a guy. That's overkill. Now, if he killed somebody or fucking did something really violent or whatever, then that's on him. You know what I mean? But
It's usually about who they're hanging out with. I mean, that's usually the easiest.
that's when they're on parole, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then they can remand you because that's part of your parole stipulations.
All right. So, all right. So he was not. So he wasn't in the halfway house anymore, right?
Not yet. So basic, but he's still probably under their rules. So basically,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, when he goes on parole, eventually he will, when his sentence is done, and that will probably be like in 2 years or something like that. So whoever's taking this on their jurisdiction, with a little push from the FBI, probably, obviously, then they'll go from there.
Okay. Okay. And as of now, we don't know what exactly happened.
No, that I don't know, but that's basic. And this was articulated to me through his show, Eric Force, courtesy of Eric Force, not O.C. Schwartz. Don't get it mixed up. Rick Schwartz.
Did you guys happen to see what's up, Armand? How you doing, man? Yeah, mustache boy. Did you guys happen to see how Sakali doxed Jimmy Sleazy's co-host to put some instant? No, I did not. I thought Sakali was on like a mental health break or something. I didn't know he was coming out. He doxed his guy, huh? Let me guess. He doesn't live in Brooklyn. Just a joke. Just a joke.
You know what, Dominic, and if he's listening, he's probably said, "Fuck this. I had enough for a while. This is too much fucking to deal with. There's real problems on the outside world." I'm not thinking for him, but I'm thinking this would be me, because it's fucking drama every day, right? In that world, you know, either you got to have a thick skin or make a lot of money doing it, because I don't know. I couldn't do this here. You know what I mean? I couldn't on 52 topics, because we do what we do. And we like to have fun, and sometimes I do blow my lid, but I couldn't go back and forth like that.
Armand, he doxed himself. He showed his full name in the text message. He showed Proctor. Was he on Proctor's show, the Brooklyn guy? I don't know.
Is Armand there? Shout out to Armand. Shout out to my friend.
He's the one that brought up the Sakali dox gate. Oh, compassionate release. All right, that's right. He was out. He was some kind of health thing, right? That's why they let him out, right?
Yeah, I
forgot about that.
This is not coming from me. Credit Eric Foss.
Yeah, Eric Foss. No, but I do remember hearing that is
yeah.
He was out early.
And I like
Eric. You got like 14 years or some shit, if I remember correctly.
And I like Eric's show. I go like that, and I like making fun of that John Wolf guy when I'm there. He hasn't got laid since he fucking F for error. His record is like the one from fucking Cal Ripken Jr. You know, the Iron Man.
The Iron Horse?
Yeah, he's the Iron Horse of not getting laid.
The Iron Horse, yeah.
Guess what you're doing, John Wolf, today? Not getting laid. There you go.
Jason Diamond says Brooklyn is not his real name. Yeah, I kind of figured that.
What's that?
Brooklyn's not his real name. Yeah, I figured it. Butterfly Kisses, can I put Eric's channel name? Yeah, of course. That's fine. That's fine. No problemo.
John has an aggressive ass. He uses his ass as a weapon.
Mob Archaeologist was the best mom channel for factual history and research. Frankie did work. Yeah, Frank was on there a little bit with Rudolph Valentino and the rest of the guys over there.
Yeah, Santino Valentino.
Well, I'm making fun. Listen,
We got to bring Santino Valentino back, aka Angela.
Valentino. I don't know the guy. I just when I saw him, I told. Never mind. I'm not even
Guys, thank you for the donations. Thank you.
Tobias Funk, my man, what's going on, buddy? Season 3 was excellent. Caught it late, but great. Hey, listen, at least you caught it. Thank you. Appreciate you. Under says, call you Strimsky over here.
Call you the Yaz. You know, call you
There you go.
great player.
Yeah, of course.
Call you
Butterfly Kisses. She dropped Eric Foss as the name of his channel. If you want to go over there and see his analysis of that, he also did a video on the Jimmy Easy stuff, breaking down some of that. Santino Valentino. Holy shit! If there was ever a mafia, no, that's not his name. That's not.
We just made that up. Santino Valentino. I gotta put that. Frank, do you know Jeff Canassi? He clipped a lot of. Yeah, he jerked off a lot of people.
So like so there's the mob archaeologist guy, right, whatever. I don't know who he is, but
like a BF, that's a good one. BF has a good one. By the way, that wasn't Joe Grimaldi's idea. That came out from this little guy Mario used to hang out. He started trying to take a collection for a Rolex, and Joe didn't like that at the time.
Frank with the touch Joe Grimaldi said, "Thank you, but BFM, appreciate it, my man. 1998. What are you gonna do? You guys want to get him a watch?
That's the kind of stuff we talk on members only, guys. Members only. Keep it members only.
Yes, that is from members only. Very much. Hey, what do you want to do for this guy? You want to get him a watch? What are we gonna do? Should we take him out?
So get the fuck. I don't have 2 fucking nickels to rub, and I gotta go fucking get a watch. I'm a multimillionaire because he's getting fucking made. And first of all, don't even talk about that shit because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you didn't hear?
No, he didn't go that far. He knew that
you didn't hear
because he would have got one of those courtesy slaps.
Those were them Chaz Paul and Terry stories. Oh, you didn't hear? I said, oh no, I didn't.
And who knows? I could have needed $1,000. I could have needed. He had money too. I could have needed $1,000. Who knows? So I didn't want to fuck that up.
Allegedly, Mr. Broken is LK. I wonder how his fellow kings would feel about him working with him. Was that true? Allegedly, is that true?
No, that's Ozempic Joe.
Mustache. I'm sorry, Armand. You're fucking mustache boy, right?
You talking about Ozempic Joe?
We went through this on Gunsmoke yesterday. All these guys trying to go straight, all of a sudden changing their names. Someone else did that, right? Oh, Ranger fan, another guy. Yeah, okay, Charles. All right. Charles. Anyway. Hey, Brett, I seen a members of Deal with Shellackhead. Am I wrong? I seen it. Yes, there is a members only show with Stackhead, with Shellackhead. Yeah, Joe Ozempic is the name that he can.
I gave him
Fat Joe Ozempic. Yeah,
he looks like Joe. He looks like Fat Joe if he was on Ozempic.
Yeah, I don't know. Back to what Armand said. I don't know. I don't know if I could.
Whoa, Ozempic.
I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think about this? You guys like this?
Like Jimmy Easy just shit his pants.
You know how much fucking peptides that guy's on in the back right there? That guy's fucking jacked.
Dun, 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 dun.
The peptides have turned.
I remember my steroid days.
Anyway, somebody asked about Louis Casper. Yeah, Louis will be back. He's a regular member.
We gotta play the song. Play the song.
He's gonna come on. He's gonna come back.
That's like our fucking dad or you, John Gotti's adopted son. Schmei said, "No, what are you talking about? Don't ever repeat that."
Proletarian made that.
Okay, I'll only let you ask me this just once.
Don't say that again.
Yeah. Michael Corleone and K.
O.C. Schwartz. That is right.
You can only ask me that once, okay? It was a magical time, me and John. We had a great time. I used to go pick him up. Let's take a plane, my little Jew brother.
Yes, Armand. Yeah, let's be honest. All those guys are rolling. Yeah, that doesn't last. That doesn't last for long. It only lasts for long if you want it to last for long, and then your life goes down the fucking toilet. Basically, it can only go on as long as you want it to go.
How many people? How many times are gonna talk about the people you killed that you don't even know who they are? You can't talk. I can't talk about him. I killed. He might as well say he killed fucking 200 people because he can't talk about him anyway. I shot him in the back. I shot him in the
There's
ass.
just allowed 5 posts a day. After that, I'm going to start charging. Yeah, this is very true, Lisa. You guys should join our Facebook group, 52 Topic with Frank Fiorellino. If you go to our YouTube channel, our community post, a couple of posts ago. Tomorrow, we'll be dropping a new story from a proletarian. He had a new write-up by Mr. Proletarian.
Lisa does a wonderful job. Everybody that we got around us is good people. From people who come on the chat to people who work with us. You know, we're almost.
Thank you, Xavier James. Appreciate you. Been watching a lot of your old seasons and episodes. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Genie crew is really crazy. Yep.
Yeah, which reminds me, part 4, season 4. So I'm getting together with the people I collaborate, collaborate, and we got some good stuff coming. Season 4 is going to be a little bit more strategic, more people getting sick of each other, more of people not wanting to do money things with other people anymore. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Notice Tom don't come on since he gave you that echo virus. Yeah, he gave us that echo 19.
He gave me the fucking. He did.
We got something planned with Tom soon. Hopefully that comes through.
We're gonna fix his ass.
Fix his ass. Might have to put him in a personal headlock.
No, I Tobias, I don't think the guy Jimmy is like a Ramundi. Oh, hey, hold on. Hey, rock solid in the house.
Oh, rock solid in the house. Hey, man, rock solid in the house. Finished with chemo. I think I kicked the shit out of cancer. Hell yeah. Fucking rock solid back in the house.
Oh, yeah. That's
what's
good
going
news.
on, rock solid, man? Good to see you, buddy. We missed you, man.
That's good news.
I hope you're doing good, man.
Absolutely.
Everyone give a shout out to our man Rock Solid in the chat. I want 29,180 rock solids in the chat right now. Let's go.
You remember when we came up with the idea we wanted to do a Fugazi Friday? And then we ran into that schmuck from the Shot State. And we're like, this is how it's going to be times 5.
Yeah.
You know, everybody. And we're like, you know what? We don't need this shit.
Exactly. Shout out to Rock Solid. God bless Rock Solid. Yes. Bong bong. Long life for Rock Solid. Go Rock.
That's rock good. Solid. It's good to hear,
Rock
bro.
Solid. Pause. Rock Solid. Pause.
Rock Solid in the house.
Yeah. Rock Solid.
Ready for some trivia?
Yes, sir. You ready for trivia? And then we got the crumb of the week coming up later, too.
Chad. Look, Chad's here.
Who's here? Yeah, no, Chad's been around. Chad's been here.
I didn't see him.
Let's see what Armand has to say. Snake. Brooklyn is entertaining. Is it his flat affect and dazzling robotic speech pattern? Whatever floats your boat. I'm just reading comments here, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm doing. I got no opinions. I'm the opinionless man.
No, that don't make no sense. His shit is sealed. You know, he tried to back up with that and said that he don't want things out there because his kids, he don't want his kids to see it or something.
Yeah.
So why be on the fucking internet then? Why be on fucking YouTube?
If I was a felon, my stuff would be sealed too. If my feet had been a railroad track, I guess I'd been a train.
If my grandma was had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Trivia.
You ready for the trivia?
Ready, sir.
Everybody ready? Good, cool. I mixed it up a little bit. So here's what baseball card company was synonymous with a nosebleed? With a nosebleed. What was the name of the company? Synonymous with a nosebleed.
Tops. Jason Diamond said Tops.
No.
Hold on. Lisa said Tops. Jason Diamond, Tops.
You might get a nosebleed if you're sitting in the
Tops.
Upper
Tops.
deck. Upper deck.
Upper deck. Very good. Who said that?
Yep. Upper
Mark.
deck it is.
Mark Lista.
All right, Mark.
Mark Lista.
We're gonna go Hollywood.
Definitely not a Don Ross.
We're gonna go Hollywood on this one. You guys ready?
Let's go.
What was the name of the motel in Psycho? The movie Hitchcock's Psycho. What was the name of the motel?
I hate to say that. That's a little bit of a soft one.
Here we go harder. Bates, BTF. Yes, it's the Bates Motel.
It's kind of an easy one, Francis. You gotta go a little harder than that, buddy.
Football. Ready? What mode is Marshawn Lynch in when he's playing football? What mode is Marshawn Lynch in when he's playing football? That's right, Jason Diamond. He's in beast mode.
I think. Hold on. Jimbo Jones beat him by 1.
Okay.
Jimbo Jones. He's in beast mode. Better than being in DK mode.
Go Seattle. Fuck the Jets.
Anyone get the reference? Anybody?
The Haven.
DK mode. Anybody?
You ready?
T-Dub says, scroll up. I had it. Check your eyes. No, that's how it's coming in on my screen. I don't know. I guess I got to look at it.
I had Jason Diamond.
Yeah, but in my StreamYard, it has him above him. But I don't know. I guess I have to look at it. Fucking. Or Lisa. You know what? Lisa, Rara, Matt. I'm going to let you guys pick because you guys are looking at it differently than I am. So you guys pick. Please. The screw motor in.
You ready for number 4?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Stop
Stephen King came up with this work when he imagined Charles Dickens being kidnapped. Stephen King came up with this work when he imagined Charles Dickens being kidnapped.
Can you imagine Charles Dickens being kidnapped?
Misery, correct.
Ooh.
Correct. He was on the Concorde half asleep, and he had a dream of where Charles Dickens was kidnapped and tied up, and he said,
He was beaten up by Kathy Bates.
by Kathy Bates or Angel Gotti.
Kathy Bates Motel.
I'll show you, Bertolini. I'll show you. Talking about me on Brett's show.
Your show.
Oh, don't show me that.
Big pause. The Kathy Bates Motel. Yeah. What else you got, Francis? You got any crime stuff? I mean, Kathy Chatterbates.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Totorina, as in Toto. Toto is Sicilian for what name? Toto is Sicilian for what name? It's short for what name?
Let's go.
Lisa, you're not allowed to answer. She did. Salvatore. Correct, Lisa.
And why is that specific? I mean, I know that, but why is that specifically?
I don't know. I'm Salvatore. I don't know.
Okay.
Toduccio is Salvatore. That's correct. Correct, Omar. You ready for the number 2 points? The number 2 points. What explorer is named after America? What Italian explorer is named after America?
That one I know.
You know it?
Yeah. AV are the initials.
Jesus. Vespucci, Amerigo Vespucci. That's correct. America.
So as far as what I could see, fucking Jimbo.
we're not
got
giving
it
them
again,
prizes
but-
anyway, so I guess all right.
But I'm not gonna. Yeah, one day we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Thank you for the shirts, Pedge. If you're listening, thank you for the shirts. You ready for?
This Columbus.
You're
know,
right.
I thought I lived in the United States of Columbus. You're right. You're absolutely right.
We live in Colombia, right?
Colombo. That wasn't named after my dad. It wasn't named after my dad. I don't know who said that. It was way back. It was this Americo guy.
Chris Colombo. I get. I only have one out in front of me.
Oh my God. Okay.
What year did women finally get the right to vote? What year did women finally get the right to vote?
Gaslight says 1919.
1920. Jason Diamond. Yes. He's on it, bro. He's on it.
Jason Diamond.
This is a tricky one, but it's last 2 points, and then we go to our last one after that. But which state in the United States was once ruled by a queen? What state in the United States was once ruled by a queen? Gaslight, very good. Hawaii.
Gaslight, there he is.
Queen Makalakalaga. What's that Christmas song? Malaki Lean, and I'm Hawaiian that I love you. Maliki Laka. You know which one I'm talking about.
I'm not sure. Is there a Hawaiian Christmas song that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, there's a couple. Well, Elvis sings about a blue Hawaii. No, I'll be a blue. No, he sings about Hawaii. But no, yes, there is. The one Maliki Laki, whatever the fuck it is. Don Ho.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, there is. You heard it. You heard it. It's like one of those. I'm pretty sure it was like Bing Cosby and those days.
Maliki Laka.
Yes.
Maliki Laka, somebody wrote. It's on Christmas Vacation. Oh, okay. Is it?
Yeah. Are you ready for the last one?
Yes, sir.
This is baseball. Joshua Baez this weekend was the first player in baseball history to do what? The first player in baseball history on his debut to do what? Joshua Baez.
That one, I know.
You do know.
I did know that. Yeah, I was paying attention to that. Jimbo got it again. Look at that.
He hit 3 consecutive home runs. That will never be beat. I know records are made to be beaten, but that, unless
that's a tough one. That's
a fucking tough one.
Yeah.
3 home runs. A Massachusetts kid. Massachusetts. You hear that, Chad?
TCPL Forever says sign up for Wise. Don't tell me. I already did. Crazy.
All right, that's it. Then we got the
crumb bum
of the week.
You don't think I have a fucking brain in my head. All right, guys, we'll give you a second to come up with the crumb bum of the week. You got to put names. We need 4 crumb bums. Returning from last week is, hold on a second. I gotta add options. Wait, who won last week?
Dan Herman.
No. Somebody scratched it out at the end. It was easy.
Jimmy Easy.
Yeah, it was. Remember, because he came in the chat and I told him he was crumb bum of the week.
Oh, he was happy, but
I think he got a kick out of it. Yeah. That was like the first time I ever talked to him, and I told him he was the crumb bum of the week. So, guys, I need like 3 more. Jimmy Easy's one of them because he's returning from last week. I need 3 more. I need people to write the name multiple times to be chosen. And then we'll get to the crumb bum of the week. And then in the meantime, let's see, what can we do in the meantime to get you guys going? What do you guys want? You want a video clip? What can I put up? You want the Francisco Horner music video? What do you guys want?
Casman one. It brings him back.
All right, so let's see. So Bernstein got a vote. Bernstein, another vote. Tom selected himself. CJ, Bernstein, another CJ, another Bernstein.
I go with
Herman, Lavecchia, Tina. CJ voted for CJ. Another CJ.
James Proctor, about time.
Brooklyn, throw away the key. Lavecchia, Proctor. All right, CJ's definitely going. CJ's that's already been decided. All right, so CJ's
in again.
CJ, 100%. One-time Crumb Bum winner, actually. One-time Crumb Bum winner. So Lavecchia, another one. Tina, Lavecchia, Tina. All right, there's a lot of T-Nuts. I think we got it already. We got Herman, Tina, Bernstein, and CJ. Actually, no, I can't because that's too many.
Tommy Patera.
I think Herman is definitely there. So I'm going to say it's between Tina. So everybody stop writing other names. It's between, from the votes that I see in the chat, it's going to be between Tina and Bernstein. So that's the only ones I want to see right now. Tina and Bernstein.
Tina, yeah.
Tina and Bernstein. No, I can't. I'm not going to get rid of. Hold on a second. I have Easy because he's returning. CJ. Herman. And I need one more, which is either Tina or. So Tina, Bernstein, CJ. Yes, Roro. We got CJ for sure. Tina. Herman's already picked. Tina, Bernstein, Tina. All right, there's like a fucking onslaught of Tina. So it's gonna be Tina. Sorry, Pro, not enough Lavecchias. Sorry, not enough. So let's create it. Let's show it, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be for this week's Crumb Bum.
You're a real crumb bum. You're a crumb bum, a real crumb bum.
Let's put it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. These are your options. We have Jimmy Easy. You type number 1. We have CJ. You type number 2. We have Herman. You type number 3. We have Tina. You type number 4. Let's give a big shout out to our birthday boy the other day, Mr. Francisco the Bull Horna. Oh, me so Horna. Me love you long time. All right, I'm sorry. I had to stop that amazing song because the poll is not moving. Is the poll moving on the screen for you? Because it's not moving for me, ladies and gentlemen. I see you guys typing the numbers, but I'm not seeing the poll moving. Frank, is the poll moving for you?
No.
That's odd. Yeah, no, it's not fucking moving on YouTube. Hold on, guys. Let me make a new one. I'm sorry to make you to. Let me stop the poll.
There it goes.
Because I stopped it, but
it's working, and I was working.
Resume. Okay, I had to like reload.
Now, like I said.
All right. What do we got? CJ 29%, Herman 39%. Wow, a lot of Herman haters. There's 163 people still left here, so please get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. That's nothing in the claw. CJ, the balls you even think that I would entertain. What am I talking about? Your behavior is despicable. This guy goes around pissing a lot of people off, this CJ. I will say that.
Does he?
Yeah. He goes around pissing a lot of people off. It's so stupid. It's funny. Yes. 80 likes. Hit the like button. Thank you, Michael Blaine. All right. So Herman is at 39%. 29% for CJ. Well, I think this Herman's gonna win. Who's like so irrelevant to this show, but hey, listen, you guys pick.
He doesn't even come on. Yeah.
You guys gotta pick.
Must be doing something right.
Can I change my vote if Roro hates CJ? I vote for CJ. Yes, you can do that, T-Dub. I think you can do that. I'm not sure. I think you could. It's a 4-way tie. Roro says for the first time in 52 topic history, it's a 4-way tie. Can you believe it? There you go. There you go. I guess you can't. Herman's at 39. Let me see how many votes I got here. A lot of people don't want to vote. What do I got to send? Fucking absentee ballots to your house? Do I have to mail you a fucking absentee ballot? What am I, fucking Joe Biden? Huh?
Joe
They're going
Biden.
to mail you a fucking absentee ballot because you can't leave the house?
What do you
Is that
got?
what I have to fucking do? Do you need one of those? Give me your address. I'll mail it to you. You can get one of those. I don't want to leave the house because I got fucking anxiety. I don't want to go vote. I got to sit home because I got anxiety.
Anxiety.
I get anxiety around the polls this time of year. Send me an absentee ballot, please. Ballot harvesting. Yeah, that's my favorite Neil Young album. Ballot harvesting. Stevie B says Herman. If you didn't vote and you want Herman, Stevie, you got to type in number 3. You got to type in number 3.
This is the hate part of our show.
Yeah.
People love this. Yeah.
So it looks like Herman is winning this thing at 39%. Like they say in Chicago, vote early and vote often. Yeah. All right, we'll give it one more minute, and I think that's it. I think that's going to be the...
You're a real crumb bum. You're a crumb bum. Real crumb bum.
Crumb bum.
The crumb bum of the week. The crumb bum of the week goes to the one, the only, Dan Herman.
Herman and the Hermits.
I was hoping like that it would have been Bernstein, but I guess not. So, 2-time winner, Dan Herman. He's actually won before, Frank, if you don't remember. It's a couple of weeks back.
He's a regular.
Herman should win. He aggravated me the other night to the point that I wanted to slap him. Wow. So Dan Herman is it. Dan CJ, let me talk to me. I lost all respect for you. Jesus, CJ things getting serious now.
Okay.
Fucking shit. Yeah, just don't. I don't know.
Mr. Coop, how are you, my friend?
I don't know.
Straight
I'm
out
cool.
of the
What's going
neighborhood.
on, buddy?
How many people we got here?
162.
Yeah, I think this fucking thing takes too long, to be honest with you.
What is it?
The crumb bum section.
No, it's fine. People got to vote. What the fuck you want to do?
I'm saying they just drop off. We went to 05.
Yeah.
We're talking about something, you know?
Yeah.
A very good addition. Give it to Brett. He brought them articles, and that I think we're going to go with that for a while. I think it's pretty good stuff that we did today.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that. I mentioned it, and Proletarian sent me an article that we covered.
He
which
did.
was,
Shout out to Pro.
Fucking shit, dude. The guy's name now escapes me, but that was good. I like that. And then we're gonna start doing more articles. I want to cover the article that's in this.
In New
This is
York.
the New York Magazine from 1980, December of 1982, the drug business.
All right. Yeah.
By Nicholas Pileggi.
Who does it?
This is an interesting one because
It talks about Frank Fiala, who I murdered outside my club.
Right.
it has a little Frank Fiala thing in there. Basically just talks all about the drug business. So this, if you guys want to do this one, we'll do this one next. It's a Nicholas Pileggi article from 1982 called The Drug Business. There you got Frank Fiala.
I murdered him outside the Plaza Suite. He had to go. I
Look like
didn't,
that was Vito Spatafore.
I didn't want anything to do with this guy anymore.
He's got a Plato's Retreat fucking thing around.
What?
So you know this motherfucker like to party. Yeah, that right there. That says
What's up,
Plato's
Carlos?
Plato's Retreat fucking thing right there.
You ever hear him fucking? You know how he makes himself sound like such a badass? Yeah, this guy didn't mess around. You could tell he was a real serious guy. The guy walked around like a fucking whatever.
With a Plato's Retreat thing.
Priceless.
He was a Czech. He was a Czechoslovakian.
He was Czechoslovakian. Frank Fiala or something like that.
Yeah, he made a lot of money though. He made a lot of fucking money. He had a lot of fucking money. The article does mention that he owns a fucking club in Brooklyn. Now, he must have owned another club because can't possibly be the fucking Plaza Suite, right? Because he they never really went through with the deal, did they? Unless they did, and Sammy killed him anyway. Oh, imagine that. Imagine that lie that Sammy might have told. I don't know if he lied. I don't know. I'd have to look more into this. I don't know how I would even find that out. It just says that in this article that he owned a nightclub in Brooklyn. But I imagine that's not the Plaza Suite. I mean, I don't fucking know.
You remember he was talking about it in the book Underboss.
Right.
Yeah. He talks
and
about.
I don't know if the YouTube story he tells is reflects from the book. I don't know what's different, what's similar. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. We might have to look at that too.
Yeah.
But we'll read this. It's got some Colombian murders in Queens, a real nasty one that went down. What's up, Carlos? They killed these kids, and it's just crazy. The Drug Business by Nicholas Pileggi. We'll go over this next. You guys are into that one? Talk about Frank Fiala. There's some other mob stuff in there, and then there's like Colombian drug lords and all types of stuff. All types of stuff.
Some crazy shit right there.
So we'll add that to the queue. Another interesting thing about that, which I mentioned before, I don't really have to mention it 100 fucking times, but I'll bring it up in a second. Frank, what do you think? Anything else?
No, I'm with you. Get out of there, fucking cat.
You want to fucking get out of there? Like I said.
Let me crave this fat fucker.
Oh, this. So that magazine, we'll cover it. If you guys are interested, we'll cover it. I was going to do it on Crime Spot, but I don't know. We could just do it here since we're going down the path of going into the archives of the magazines and the news archives and all that other shit. We could do it here. What's going on in the chat? I'm sorry. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
What's going on?
All right, you guys are more interested in this other stuff, I guess. I don't know. Did I see this? But I don't like. I don't know.
You're on TV.
Oh shit! Look at that. Hey. How you doing, Long? Yeah. X Smith says hi. Hey, what's going on? Xavier James says, at any point did any of the Giannini crew members think of turning on each other and plan on killing one another because they have a lot of crazy personalities?
Buy the book. Yeah, of course. You gotta buy the book. You heard that before. Watch it. Watch the
we've yet to make it that far, right? Yeah,
we haven't made it that far.
Funniest bullshit story. Iceman went to a gay club. I danced fruity and stabbed him with a needle. In his case, heart attack. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
What was in the needle? In his case, heart attack. What am I missing? Just kick the insult. Yeah, I know, bro. You kind of like me when it comes to this stuff. It's just like,
yeah, it's a Maine Coon. The cat's a Maine Coon.
Kitty cat, how you smelling today? That was found in the back of Roy. Yeah. That magazine was in his back seat, or DeMayo's back seat. That is correct, bro. Very true. Very true. So we'll go over that. That's the next week on the Monday show. Is
there you go.
Is the New York magazine, The Drug Business by Nicholas Pileggi from December of 1982. We're going to do this one. That'll be a fun one. So any of you Colombian drug lord motherfuckers over there.
I used to have a real good time on Roosevelt Avenue. We used to go a lot. It was fun back in the day.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
I bet.
well the clubs were funny because
I bet.
they had these clubs and they were really like dinner clubs and had music and all. And sometimes we'd have the older guys want us to come with them. And I seen one time one of my friend's dads making out with one of these hookers.
Yeah.
$21 dates. Correct, Jerry Gonzalez.
What about Thursday? I don't know. Should we just do it for members only? Maybe we will. Proletarian. Maybe we'll do that.
What's that?
The drug business article. I got to try to find a PDF of this article, or else I'm going to have to like find out a way to how to scan these pages. Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
And it's got some French Connection stuff. It's all good. It's all good stuff. All right. Member shows are great. Yeah, they're fun, man. I really like the member shows.
Yeah, Ziva, what's going on, my man?
I really like the member shows. We get to bug out a little bit more, say, act a little crazy.
We do.
We know the real ones are over there. Brett, send me a photo of it. I'll look for it tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I found it like on Google Books or whatever, but like I don't know like how much I can look at it. I haven't looked into it. But yeah, let me send you a photo, Lisa. I'll send it to you right now, actually. Amato was live today with his son. Alano was live with his son today, talking about how his father beat the shit out of him daily. Well, that sucks.
Beat the shit out of him?
I wouldn't be telling anybody about that. That sucks.
Yeah.
What do you need? You gotta get disciplined.
Gangster, you see what it did to me?
You gotta get disciplined. It was good.
Ay. Una paloma blanca. Wow.
It's good. All right, I'm sending it to you now, Pizzola.
Pizzaiola.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just do it Thursday. I don't know. Give him a Shun State beating. Yeah, well, it took an hour and 57 minutes for that guy's name to come up, which really,
yeah, let's
which
put
is
it
great
back.
because he's not a subject of our show. He's not a subject of a show. We don't talk about him. It's whatever. All right, guys, listen, we're gonna head out in 3 minutes. We'll make it a nice even 2 hours.
How you doing?
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out today. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. We really appreciate it.
How about he does this?
We appreciate it so much.
He's talking to his captains, Giacomo.
Oh, I like the cooking shows, though.
Yeah, the cooking shows are good. I'm not gonna lie. I tried one of his recipes. Very good. Very good. I'm surprised he didn't do well. And I don't know if he did. I'm surprised, like in Florida, he must have did pretty good.
Brett and Francesco, would you guys do a walk and talk? Yeah, I mean, of course I would do that, but
we can soon.
Frank has to come.
Frank's
not going to go walking around.
Where are you?
Frank's not going to go walking around the neighborhoods.
Why not?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You see me take a picture over at Casablanca?
I thought you didn't want to like be around and hang around, but whatever.
Well, my neighbor, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's insulting. That's why, not because.
No, I know it's not. I know it's not because you're like worried. I think it's more so like.
I mean, it's not the same. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
My old buddies, I don't think they change their ways. If they see somebody, they might fucking get a little. I know I would.
Meet and greet. Yeah. We're gonna do a meet and greet.
Fucking meet and greet. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you, Under. Appreciate you, my man.
Yep.
I didn't block anyone. Okay.
He did good, but the lawsuit and gambling should ruin his business. JJ, yeah, that can do it. That can do it for sure. I mean, it looks like he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down
A
for
little
that.
bit of a cook
We can do that.
myself, but you could tell he has a lot of experience.
I'm down for that.
What's that?
Walk through Williamsburg.
Yeah. I mean, sure, Brett. You
I
need
just like that. That's kind of like what I want to do. Like, I don't want to I don't know. Like all the channels I watch that I like it's just like some guy like finding somebody from a certain neighborhood or town and just walking around with them. Like I like stuff like that.
What's up, Matt? What's going on?
You got to do. Maybe I got to. Transition. From what I'm doing, I got to.
All right, so you're pro gay.
That's right. I am. Laid back show 104.9. Thank you, John Mick Carton. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Does Giacomo have a cookbook? I think he does. I'm up to a walk with you in Flatbush. All right. Hey, listen, guys, send me fucking emails. I mean, if you really want, like, if you're like consider yourself like a good tour guide and you know history and I mean, that's like kind of like what I want to get into more. Crime Spot Manny Gross. Yeah, shout out to Manny Grossman.
Manny Grossman, he just came up the other day.
Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Manny's haters too. Fucking haters. Hater ass bitches.
You're gonna hate on whatever fucking thing you do. You're always gonna have somebody disagree with you no matter what you do. You know what
He
I mean?
came up. Well, where'd he come up at?
No. I brought him up in a conversation with people I was talking about. About the Netflix series.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling somebody, I actually had them on my show. They're like, your show, these are people I deal with every day. Go, I have a little bit of a podcast. Really? About what? Then I got to be like, well, I have a little bit of a past. Yeah. Oh, really? I go, yeah. I wouldn't tell. And then the next time they go, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, it was no big deal. You just don't seem like the type. Go, who does?
Right. I mean, well, you really don't. I mean, who does? But like, I feel like you really don't.
Well, I try to play myself as much. I've learned that that if you want to meet people and be part of society, you can't be an asshole. You can't be Jimmy Easy. You know what I mean? Standing with the sunglasses like this on a show. You can't be that guy. And you don't have to be that guy. If you're a tough guy, you're a tough guy. If you're not, you're not. But if somebody fucks with you, do what you got to do. But you don't have to be like that with the normal people. People in real life. I met people, you meet people out there that never got in a fight in their lives. And you can't be a certain way with them when you're tagging them because they're not gonna want to fuck with you.
Yeah. Like when Manny interviewed that lady in her apartment about Son of Sam. Yeah, maybe you're thinking of the Wendy Savino thing. I'm not sure, but yeah, for sure. My wife says I'm an asshole, major asshole. Well, I heard you're a whole ass, not just the whole. You're actually
a creep. I'm an asshole. What am I doing here? Radio.
Yeah. Radiohead, huh?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it. Listen, if you're a member, you get to hang out with us on Thursday night. We go earlier on Thursdays. We usually come on around 6:15, 6:30, do like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But it's really fun. We hang out. We talk shit. We do the
Shut State.
You're getting more stuff on there. Like we did the Cantarella episode last week. So you got a lot of firsthand knowledge from Frank about that stuff. And you got some funny stories about how certain people might have been made in funny ways that you never could have guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you about that story, right? But I mean, I'm not going to get into it because it's on members only. But when the feds were like, what? You know about that? I said, yeah. They're like, okay. And then the guy was about to get into more. And the one that the FBI just like, stop. Like, don't go any further. Yeah. So what I understand, I don't know. That question comes up. Was it a certain individual made in a certain kind of way?
Yeah.
And in a certain type of place? I say yes. And so he goes, and they were like, oh, so you cooperated with the people that were there. Salvatale, not Joe Messino at the time. Well, Salvatale was the main guy. So that's where that see what they do is they corroborate stories. You understand? And
Yeah.
if you know it, and then if you put a guy in a place where you really weren't really, me and Sal weren't really, not weren't really, we weren't close out there. So if I know something about him because there's a middleman involved, then it shows that wow, yeah, it is true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Brett, do a walk and talk on my cousin. Yeah, we spoke about that too. That one I can do as well. Brett, did you ever catch that Hootie walk? Was that when you like randomly walked into some lady that was filming content in Manhattan? And she just picked him up on the street and they started walking. Is that the one you're talking about? That one I did see. I did see that one. Yes, I did see that one. Yeah. Interesting, that one. That was interesting. Horna says he loves the video. Thank you, Horna. We love you too.
Me horny. Can you don't use Southeast Asian chicks in the video. You were supposed to be the musical director.
Well, I got the scene from Full Metal Jacket.
You had one job.
I got the scene from the fucking movie in the video.
Yeah, but you don't have like the me lo honey, me love.
I'm not that guy. I don't know how to do that. Like that fucking like.
You know how to do everything, huh?
That's some other shit where you're like taking the actual voice source of somebody's voice and then you're changing it into. Yeah, that would be
make you holler.
Yeah, that's like some other shit. Like I don't know. It was more of a waddle. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to like mimic a voice and make it say other things. Like, I don't know.
All right.
Holla for $1. Sucky, $5. Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, all good. Francisco Horna. What's the next episode over on Jimmy Easy's before we get out of here? Anything spicy cooking up over there?
Well, you know.
Anything spicy going on?
I see him out there
over there. Anything spicy?
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's over there. Put your hands in the air for Jimmy Easy. Like he just don't care. He's his hype man.
Joe Pistori, explain something to me because I was actually wondering about that. Explain to me the Messino J&S cake and the J&J deli and your brother's murder because we spoke about your cousin's murder because we spoke about so where J&S cake was and then he had an apartment upstairs. Is that correct? But what is the J&J deli? Is that the same location that turned into the cake place?
I think they were two different.
What's the difference? I want to know. Frank, do you know?
No, I don't. But I think they were two different ones. I remember him having the I don't know which one was older, the cake or the deli place. It was a small place.
The apartment upstairs of what, though, Joe? Of where the J&S address is or the J&J? Right. So what's the address of the deli?
Well, you're trying to say if they're the same places.
Because we know the address of the J&S. Because I had it in my mind that it was that address, but the deli, where's the deli? Do you know where that was, Joe? Because I thought they were the same. You see, I don't know. Thoughts and facts, these things are, and I'm not saying you're wrong. You probably are right, but I was thinking about that rather recently. In reference to all that, we're talking about your cousin and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
L&B Spumoni Gardens over here. I like L&B. Hey, Roro, they bought somebody bought Freddy's and they just fucked it up, man. What the fuck? I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. This pizzeria has been in fucking my neighborhood since the 1960s. There was nothing fucking wrong with it. And then they fucking sold it because the guy had enough and he's been there forever. His family owned it for 100,000 fucking years. They bought it. They're trying to hipsterify the fucking pizza now. They changed the Sicilian slice, which the place was legendarily known for.
To rock the microphone.
And now it's like fucking, what are you doing? What the fuck is going on, Roro? Don't even fucking go there again, Roro. Don't even fucking bother if you're in fucking Whitestone, right? Don't even bother. It's over. It's fucking done. Freddy's Pizza, rest in peace. Well, fuck yourself. Fuck the haters and love the lovers. If you know, you know. Lenny
Put
and
a
John's,
Nigerian
yeah,
guy on
that's
the
good over
corner.
there, right up the block from the Gemini. That's a good place. Put a Nigerian guy in the corner selling Jimmy Easy's ass for $20. Who's not going to say fuck it? Give me one. It's hard to do because those guys usually give you the gift first and say it's a gift, and then
The gift of ass.
they try to charge you for it. So that's a tough one. Hey, come on, you want a piece of ass? Free. And then when you start,
Hello, my brother.
find out it wasn't free.
Did I tell you about Jimmy Easy and his? Yeah, we talked about on the again having a little bit more range. We talk about our members only show. Talked about Easy in the witness protection program, and he was in there with somebody who was supposedly his boss, which is no. And I'll explain that some other time. They separate you from the families you belong to the outside because they don't want you to corroborate stories. And he was in there with fucking, if he was part of the Cavalenti family, with a member that was a high-ranking member, and just didn't make sense because if you were so involved with that family, why would they put you in a place where there's a scare maybe you guys be cooperating? And they don't do that. The feds do not do that. That's why there's 6 different units at one time, actually 7. They separate you. And it wasn't like the problem we had with the Bonanno family. There was 20 rats.
Yeah.
People, some people had to stay in the hole. Some people because they couldn't put you together, especially if you cross paths on the outside. Now, if you were 2 guys that one was from Staten Island, one was Brooklyn, and they had no choice, and they knew you never ran into each other, then maybe they're like, maybe. But they don't like to do that. So why were you in with Rotundo? He was there with the Rotundo guy. If Rotundo guy was your guy out there, one of your guys, why were you in a unit with him?
Yeah, Jet, we spoke about that a while ago. I fucking know that pizzeria very well because that was the only spot that was open when, like back in the day, like when my brother started driving and we were, it was just like a teenager, like early 2000s or whatever. I don't know if your dad owned it then, but that was the only spot that we can go to if it was like 11 o'clock and we were like, yo, let's drive down to Main Street and get some pizza under the lawn on the railroad. So I definitely know that place. I don't know how long your father owned it for, but yeah, for sure. What was the name of it, though? I forgot the name of it. Who's the Mahone members? Don't be a Momo. Buy a membership. This is very true. This is very true. I don't remember the name, Jet. And how long did your father own it? And do you remember a guy that worked there by the name of Felix? That's a 2-part question. It's a 2-part question.
G Money wants to hit a Cadman song to shut it down.
All right. We'll do that. All right. I'll let Jet answer the question. Some Flushing Queens history. And then we'll get out of here. For those non-members, don't be involved by membership. You're missing all the fun with all these great people. This is very true, bro. Very true. What up? Who are these bean shooters? I don't know who they are. I can't really place them myself. Can't really place them. Who owned quite a few places? I don't remember the name either, but he got rid of it. Oh, in 2000, he owned it that long. Well, in 2007. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, no, I definitely remember it. Yeah, been there a bunch of fucking times. Like I said, especially when we all started driving as teens, that was the only place I can go to get pizza at fucking midnight. Okay, so all right, so he wants the Casman song.
Yeah, the Louis Casman. You wrote it, you know it.
All right, 3, 2.
Louis Casman, run it clean, run it fast, man. Louis Casman, go to district, heavy press, man. Spin the drill, let it ride, side by side with guys tonight. Louis Casman, naming the rules.
There you go. OC Schwartz himself. You know, he loves that, man. I think he posted on his Instagram at least 3 times a day.
It's on his alarm clock.
It's on his alarm clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, Patrick. I think that is enough of you. See you later.
What do you say?
I think the only bean shooter is you.
Talking about
I don't
me?
really know. I'm not really sure what a bean shooter is. I've heard of it
A
before.
liar. Who's calling me a bean shooter?
No, that's not why he. That's not why he got kicked. But
What do you say?
I'm not gonna repeat it. But
Was it towards any of us? Me? You?
no. Spin the dreidel, let it ride. Yeah. Side by side with Gotti tonight. I like May the Schwartz be with you picture. Yes.
May the Schwartz be with you. May the Schlangini be with you.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, hit me up on the Facebook tomorrow. Undercover lyricist. Yeah. So those lyrics I didn't write. I didn't write those lyrics. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Still 140 people here. We had over 200 at one point. Means a lot. Thank you so much.
It does. It really does.
We're going back to the every Monday live stream is going to have some sort of educational aspect to it. We're going to keep rolling with that. And and then we have fun. We do the crumb bombs, we do the polls, we do the trivia, we just fuck around. Any last words, Francis?
Bee shooter. I'm a mirror, go your being eater.
Any last words, Francis?
Oh, no. Just thank you, everybody, for showing up. That was pretty refreshing. We had the 200 people. That's good. That's a good number for us.
Yes. And we hope to keep that up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say thank you to everybody who donated tonight. We got 800 jewels from Woke Joke. We got 200 jewels from Pasta Batate. Oh, we got $9.99 from Sean. He says, best show in the genre. We got a new member, Mr. Peter da Chile. Peter, we'll just leave it at that. Boston Smitty, he became a member too. Thank you, Boston Smitty. Tobias Funk hitting us with $6.99 Canada bucks. Can we get it? John Gotti was not gay. Yes, we got that.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles Ranger fan.
Thank you, Tobias Funk. Thank you, BFM, for the Rolex. Thank you, Charles, for the $4.99. We want to thank everybody who donated.
Everybody, Lisa, our moderators, thank you for making this show happen. Matt, Ro, thank you so much. Joe Pastor, thank you. BTF, absolutely. You know, if I forgot anybody, it's because I'm not reading anybody up there. But thank you so much. Thank you, Doug Rush. And till Thursday, right? Thursday.
Thank you, Doug Ross. Appreciate you. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday's going to be fun. Thank you to the great Roro. We love you. Thank you to the great Lucy Pizziola, BTF Phoenix, the great Matt Under. I like that you spell genre the way I spell it. That's exactly how I spell it. Thank you, Joe Pastore. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see some of you Thursday. Appreciate it. Thank you, Doug, buddy. Have a good night. Thank you. Good
night, everybody.
Can't forget about saying good night to Fish.
Mr.
And
Fish.
Middle Village and the great Peter Smith. I tell you, I'm just happy we're on Fish's good side. You know, I'm happy that we're low on the Chadrul. We're low on the Chadrul totem pole. I think I might be above you on the Chadrul totem pole, and you're below me. But then there's like 100 Chadruls above us.
Yeah,
on the Fish Chadrul totem pole. But I'm definitely on there, a little above you, I would say.
Don't mess with the fish.
I'm just happy we're not at the top of the heap. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate you.
You're on the totem pole, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.
Buenas noches.